Time to build from. So each coach will come in and talk about each signee and tell a little bit about the position the player going to play and tell a little bit about themselves. So you get a chance to meet each coach.
Yes, I'll start it out, I guess. I'm Grant Kimberlin. I'm originally from DeSoto County. Know several people in here know me as well. It's glad that y'all are here. Originally from DeSoto County, ended up getting the opportunity to come over here and play. So I love this school. It is home to me, and so getting the opportunity to work with Coach Macon in this recruiting class, we're putting together something very special. And what he's got in vision for this program is something special, and as an alumni, I love to see the vision that he's got of what this program and this school can be. And from our recruiting classes, you'll hear from other coaches. We've got the top guys in the state, really local guys as well. That's some guys that we could not pass on because they were right here in the backyard. But like you said, all-star players, multi-sport athletes, all the accolades that you can want from an athlete. And we're super excited about these guys joining us. And if you need anything from me, let me know. But Coach Kimberlin, great to have y'all here.
Good morning. Thank you guys for coming. My name is Kareem Moore. I'm the assistant head coach here, defensive back coach as well. Like Coach Kimberlin, I actually played here for a semester. Going to school here, transferred down from Ole Miss. Definitely met a lot of great people. Some of those great people are still around to this day, but they definitely helped me. Whether it's they've been a mentor, give me kind words, or just point me in the right direction with guidance. A little bit about myself. Played professional football for 4 years. Before that, I was at Ole Miss for 2 years. Ended up finishing up at Nicholls State, D2 school in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Had a great time there. Was All-American a couple of years. Just really wanted to get back and giving coaches, in the profession rather than the coaching, giving something back to the children. Right now, whatever I can do for you guys, let me know. From any aspect, definitely looking forward to it. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Coach AR. I'm the offense coordinator, quarterback coach here. Originally coming from Southern California, that's where I grew up out in Huntington Beach, so I'm a bit of a mile away from home. Played high school ball up there. Got into coaching really young. I actually spent my junior college years coaching ball at the high school level. Got my degree from Auburn University. Went back to Southern California for a couple more years. Coached at Fullerton College. Took a leap over at University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, an FCS school right outside of Little Rock, where I spent the next 3 years there. Originally was an assistant receivers coach, and then was a running backs coach there. In 2020, took opportunity, 21, up at D2 school, startup program at Bluefield State. Had a good 2-year run there. Got introduced to Coach Macon down here, and essentially he explained to me the vision of what he was doing, told me a lot about ICC and the type of place that it was, and I was excited to hear about it and learn about it. So came down here on another leap of faith back to the south, and I've loved every minute that I've been down here. It's, everybody's been very hospitable and great. I think the program's headed in a great direction. I was joking with the other day, I feel like we're really making something special. Hopefully get that hashtag trending on Twitter. But I'm really excited for what we got going on. Like I said, it's a really special place. Campus is beautiful, feels like a four-year institution. Really excited to spearhead this thing in the right direction. But again, I'm Coach AR. If you guys need anything, I believe I've met everybody already in the room. But feel free to come chop it up with me. Be it football or anything else. I don't mind talking about anything. So thank you guys.
Good morning. I'm Coach Hill. I'm new here as well. I'm originally from the DC, Maryland area. I coach the offensive line and tight ends. I'm excited about being here. I really didn't know much about Mississippi, but it's been very cold. I was deceived. I did not know it was going to be this cold. But other than that, the food's been great. You guys have been great to me. And if you have any questions for me, just don't be shy.
Good morning. I'm Coach Justin Lucas. I'm the linebackers coach and also the defense coordinator here. I'm originally from Aberdeen, Mississippi, 40 minutes down the road. My football journey started at East Mississippi. I went there, played there for 2 years, part of the 2 national championship teams. Had a lot of success, was able to go on and play at 4-year at Troy University in Alabama. My junior year was a little rough, went 5-7, but coach called me to the office, told me, you got to do more. I was like, what you mean do more? He said, you got to become more of a leader. You're doing what you're part on the field, but you're not doing your part off the field. And I kind of took that on, that leadership role, and then my senior year, we became, had one of the biggest turnarounds in college football. We went from 5-7 and went to 10-3. It was like our first team win season in like, I think like 10 years or maybe less. So then, come through my senior year, had a couple of injuries. It was torn between, do I still want to play football, what did I want to do, but my heart wanted to play football, but my body definitely just couldn't do it no more. So I kind of had a conversation with my mom. She was just like, well, how did you get here? And I had really good coaches all through high school, even Pee Wee, junior college. So I got into the coaching. I was a graduate assistant for 2 years at Troy University. We had a lot of success, had 3 straight 10+ win seasons. I got an opportunity to get my own room at Fallon University in Montgomery, there for 2 years, and then I came over here to join Coach Macon the end of COVID of 2020. Came over here with this opportunity to be with him, and I'm at home. You know what I mean? This is my home. My dad lives in Amory, my mom lives in Aberdeen, so being close to home, being around here is just amazing. I'm excited about it. I think we signed a really good class. We're going to be fairly young next year, but we're going to have a very talented class. Also, I couldn't end this. She's probably in the back somewhere, but Miss Madison, she's one of our recruiters on campus, and she did an amazing job. She did an amazing job. I would say because the first time we did a visit, I think the first visit we had to do it on our own. Then we kind of went in and scheduled visits for her, and she was the lead recruiter. And every question that needed to be answered by parents and anybody that was coming in, she answered it. She was well spoken, and she was great for us. Parents have been bragging on her since. Yeah, they called me like, yeah, I love the visit. I really love the little short girl that we did the visit. So, but she was amazing for us, and she's really just as important, more important as we are too. Because we do all the recruiting out here, but once we got on campus, she kind of literally took the role from it, and I just want to give her praise as well. So,
thank you so much. I really enjoyed it, and I actually got to have a reconnection with one of y'all's recruits. His high school came on a group tour last week, and his mom is actually a teacher there, and they were just ecstatic and came right up to me and remembered me and asked if I remembered them and told me how excited they were that he was committing and everything. So it was just a full circle, so thank y'all so much for letting me be involved in it.
Absolutely, thank you.
Good. What we're gonna do, and since Coach Lucas is already up here, he's gonna talk about some of the signees, on the defensive side, and each coach is gonna talk about their position that we signed. So we'll start, since he's already up.
Khalil Carrington, coming from Shannon High School, was going to play D-line for us. Really long, versatile kid. We kind of got on him early in the recruiting process when we was at Kahoma. We was able to get back in on him when we got here at ICC. Very versatile, elite pass rusher, uses his hands really well. He has an elite skill set. His dad played in the league for a while, so he's going to come in and be an immediate contributor for us. Next guy we got Jordan Johnson. He plays at Magnolia Heights. He's going to be a hybrid kid for us. He can play a lot of positions on the back end. I think he can play most safety positions. He can play the nickel position for us. He's about 6'1", 6'2", 185, really athletic kid. Can run, play in space, can tackle well. That's what you're going to see the growing theme here is that we have a bunch of kids that are really long, really fast, and really athletic. And a lot of these kids play both sides of the ball. So he's going to be a really good one for us. The next kid I got, Jaylon Peters. He's coming out of Aberdeen, Mississippi. 6'2", 195 kid. Like I said, really can play both positions in the back end. He played primary corner. I think he's going to play in transition to the safety position for us. But like I said, he's going to be a really good addition to us in the back end. Next guy I got, Jaden Walker. Jaden Walker is another kid out of Aberdeen, Mississippi. He was Bernard Blackwell All-Star. Again, played well. He was one of the kids, one of the highly touted linebackers coming out. We kind of competed with a bunch of high-profile JUCOs, Mississippi, Northwest, Gulf Coast. A lot of those guys were after them, and we was able to keep them home. And then that was one of the biggest things when we came in. We wanted to keep our top guys at home. Jaden's gonna play outside linebacker for us. Again, he played in Bernard Blackwell, played well. I think he had 10 tackles and a sack in that game. He's gonna be an immediate impact player for us on the defensive line and linebacker position. The next kid I got is Alex Larry. Alex Larry is an interior D tackle for us, coming out of Greenwood. Larry, we actually beat him on the Division I. He had Mississippi Valley, and they brought him up, but he liked the vision that me and Coach Macon talked to him about. Also, Coach Alex was a Bernard Blackwell All-Star as well. Again, he's a versatile kid that can play multiple positions on the front. He can play the nose, the 3 technique, and the end. So he's a kid that, again, all these kids gonna be immediate impact players for us. The next kid I got is Jacoby Miles. Jacoby Miles is one of the out-of-staters that we signed. He's come from Heritage High School in Georgia. Again, he was a kid that had a couple Division I offers early in the recruiting process. We was able to get on him early, and we signed him. Again, Jacoby's gonna play defensive line for us. Like I said, he can play multiple positions on the front. Primarily gonna be either that anchor in for us because of how athletic he is. He's about 6'2", 285. I think he moves like he plays linebacker. So again, another intermediate impact player for us. The next guy I got on my list is Jamarion Scott. Jamarion Scott was coming out of Tupelo, Mississippi. Like I said, another growing theme is a local guy. Jamarion played defensive end for Tupelo. He was also in the Magnolia Prep All-Star. Again, Jamarius will come in. He's going to play that end or outside linebacker bandit kid for us. He left the pass rusher, played for Tupelo. Tupelo saw the success they had this year, went all the way to the North Halves, and he was a big part of that. So we're excited to have him a part of it. The next guy I got on my list, JT. So right here, Jaden Thompson, inside, outside linebacker from Shannon High School, 6'3", 6'4", about 235, athletic kid, can run, can close, can play in space. I think he was one of the top guarded kids in the state this year. We was able to, again, he had Gulf Coast, Northwest, a lot of big time JUCOs, and we was able to keep him at home. And because a lot of that had to do with our relationship, a lot of that had to do with Coach Moore, his relationship with him. So again, we were excited about keeping him at home. Like I said, he's going to be an immediate impact player for us. Like I said, he can play the inside, outside linebacker, he can play outside on the edge. He's just a versatile player, versatile defender. He's going to be an immediate impact player for us. Next kid I got is Alex Dawkins. Alex Dawkins coming out of New Hope High School. He's going to play primarily the nickel position for us, which is like a hybrid DB outside linebacker. Again, 6'1"-ish, about 185, extremely long kid, very athletic. He also played quarterback for his school at New Hope as well. So he's, again, that growing thing of a true athlete that can play both sides of the ball. He's going to play DB for us, so sorry, Coach AR, he's not going to play quarterback. But he's an athletic kid, and he's going to be an immediate impact player for us. Also, we have his teammate, Alex McCarter. He's going to play inside linebacker for us. Great kid. He was a kid early in the recruiting process, had Jackson State, Arkansas State, had some injuries, so we were able to kind of flew through the radar a little bit, and we was able to sign him. And he's going to be an immediate impact player for us. Again, versatile kids, about 6'1", about 220, can move, play different spots on the linebacker. He's a true leader for his team. So, and he's been regarded as one of the top linebackers even when he was a sophomore. So keeping him there was a great impact player for us. The next guy I got is Zach Pratt Jr. This is probably one of the marquee DBs in the state this year. He was in the Magnolia All-Star game. He caught 2 interceptions. Was defensive MVP. This is a kid that regarded throughout this whole state was probably one of the top, I say top 10 DBs in the state. Versatile kid, can play safety, can play corner. So he was like one of our top priority kids to get. Like I said, Coach Kareem Moore did an amazing job with him. And he's going to come in and play primarily corner for us. He's going to play a lot of safety as well. So he's kind of a kid that's you can be able to move around. He's going to be an immediate impact player in our secondary as well. Coming out, next guy I got is J.D. Melvin. This defensive end from Starkville, Mississippi. JD is, right now, I think he's like 6'6", 225, 235. By the time he gets here and by the time his freshman, sophomore year, I think he'd be about 250, 260. I think he has a chance to, if he does the right, play Power 5 and even play on Sundays. He's just that type of skill set, what he looks like. He's going to play in for us. Really athletic kid. He was part of a really good Starkville team that won the state championship. So having him going into Starkville was, again, he was another kid that growing thing that Gulf Coast, East Mississippi, all these different types of JUCOs, and we was able to come in, recruit him, develop him, the relationship with him, and he's going to come in and he's going to be an immediate impact player for us as well. Next kid I got is Tyrese Irby. He's from Columbus High School. He's going to play defensive end, defensive tackle for us. He's another kid, athletic kid, also play offensive tackle for Columbus as well. So again, growing things with guys playing both sides of the ball. He's really athletic, really good ball get off. I think he's an elite pass rusher. So he's going to come in and be an immediate impact player for us, especially on third down situations when we need a guy to rush the pass and go get a sack for us. Next kid is Brevon Warren from Olive Branch. Again, kid gonna play defense end through technique for us. Again, it's a kid that played really good high-level football at Olive Branch. Came in, was a kid we kind of got on late because of, we got here early in December, but Coach Macon does a really good job with him, recruiting him, and me and Coach Moore, and he came in and was able to kind of flip him and get him committed. I think he's going to play, again, like he's going to be an immediate impact player for us. Really good with his hands, really physical kid. So that's again, like all these kids going to come in and be an immediate impact player for us. The next kid I got, Xavier Dilworth. He's an athlete for us. He may play offense or defense. Don't really know yet. Just as good as he is on one side of the ball, he is. He's from Nettleton. Again, growing thing, local kid. Was a Magnolia All-Star. He actually played wide receiver and some Wildcat quarterback in that game. So he's one of those athletes that's going to help us out not only on the defense or offense, but he's also going to help us out in the return game as well. So Xavier Dilworth was a great kid. Got him early and was able to keep him at home. He had a couple of schools coming in. Well, we made a good relationship. Coach Green, Coach Macon did a really good job with that one. Dylan Rousey, safety from Biggersville. Again, Menard Blackwell All-Star. Did a really good job in the All-Star game. We watched him, recruiting him, developing him. Just watching him, I think he's probably one of the most, I would say, college-ready safeties in the state. Just seeing him play, the way he moves, the way he tackles in space, his IQ for the game is high level at being a 17, 18-year-old kid in high school. You really don't see that early. You kind of see that with like sophomore, juniors, and he has that right now. So he's going to play safety for us. He's going to be a really good player for us. He's a kid that we're going to depend on to play really, really early. But again, like I said, he's been playing a lot of football since he was, I think, Spencer started since he was in 9th grade. So that kid, Mr. Dylan's going to be a really good player for us, and we're going to expect him to play early as well. EJ Stovall, again, is a really good athlete coming out of Houston, Mississippi. 6'3", 200 pounds. We recruit him as an athlete. He plays wide receiver, but he also plays corner for Houston. He's one of those kids, it's the growing theme of what everybody, the Martin DB, that 6'2", 6'3" guy that is really, really long but can run. It's kind of what that defensive back era is going to. And to be able to keep that kid in and sign him was really, really huge. Again, like I said, he could play offense, he can play the outside receiver, he's really long, can catch the ball really well, and he also can come play corner for us. So he's one of those cats that you sign him and you figure out what he can play later. So, but hopefully, but again, he's going to be one of those kids that we depend on really, really early to come in and play. Cameron Haynes, again, another athlete that we had, played out of Amory High School, played safety, played wide receiver, played slot outside, played corner, played safety. He's just a tremendous athlete. Again, kid that's going to come in and play for us. Don't know what side of the ball he'll be there, but like once he get here, we'll probably figure that out. Can really run, can really play in space, can tackle well, can play the deep ball well. So it's a kid that we're going to depend on to come in and play and contribute to us for sure. I think I hit
Everybody.
one more kid, TK Kyron. Is an outside linebacker out of Oxford, Mississippi. As a kid that played, he's primarily going to play that hybrid nickel wheel linebacker for us. He's a kid about 200 pounds, about 6 foot. Played at Oxford, so he played against played high level football in Mississippi. He's a kid that I've been recruiting since he was a junior. It's his junior year, and just built that relationship for him. So to keep that same relationship, I'm changing schools. It's kind of different, but that's kind of the growing theme is how we got a bunch of these high level kids as we built great relationships with them throughout recruiting. So again, he's a kid that's going to come in and contribute early for us. I think.
Are these all incoming freshmen?
All incoming freshmen.
Have you got any sophomores coming back that are going to help you?
Yeah, so right now, as far as on defense, Phil Oliver is a linebacker, played at Horn Lake, started I think 6 of the 9 games they played last year. He's going to play, going to depend on him a lot. Dontavius Allen played interior D tackle for us. He's coming out of Horn Lake as well. We're going to change his position a little bit. He's going to actually move to our bandit outside linebacker pass rusher. Another kid, Eric Watley, played safety for us. Played safety for them last year. I think he started all 9 games. Played, I think 5 of them he was at safety. Like the last 4, he moved down to the nickel position. So he's a really versatile kid that's going to play a lot for us next year. Ryan Mosawhite, kid that played at DeSoto County. Again, he played inside linebackers for us as well. He's a kid that we're going to depend on a lot as well. Jarquez Ivy he's going to come in, transition to our nickel position. Played at Amer High School last year, played a lot. And Jarquez Tucker out of Calhoun City, played interior D tackle for us, primarily nose guard. And we also have an out-of-stater, Will Spain from Gordon, Alabama. I think he started 5 of the games last year, so we got a lot of experience coming back. But we are going to be fairly young, but we do because we're going to depend on those guys to be leader and help be that bridge for the young guys. Because again, it's a big transition from being a senior in high school to going against college and junior college level. So we're going to depend on those guys to be the bridge for. Those guys are going to be young, but like I said, we're going to be fairly young in that on the defensive side of the ball.
Good.
Defense good.
All right, so I'll talk about the quarterbacks and running back real quick, and then invite Coach Hale and Coach Gilman to talk about some of the guys in their position group as well. First guy I'll talk about, a big quarterback out of Georgia, Raven County, Keegan Stover. He's about 6'3", 6'4", 220 pounds, a bigger body kid. True quarterback. He's going to come in sharp as a tack. Played 2 big-time programs down there for high school. With a 2-year starter at West Forsyth High School. Then transferred over to Raven County to play his senior year. Was a leading senior passer in the state of Georgia with 3,600 yards throwing. So again, he's going to be a guy to come in here and be able to play the quarterback position as a true drop back thrower. Kind of push the ball downfield and throw it a country mile. So I think he's going to be great for us. Sharp as a tack, like I was saying. So he'll be able to pick up that offense and get us rolling really day one. So really excited to have him. Running back position, another guy I'm really excited. You'll see him popping up here on the TV right now. Charleston French, I'm thrilled to get him. He was a guy that we brought down here and sold the program to him, and he was able to see campus and see everything and really enjoyed his time here. I think he'll be a day one impact for us. Built really well. Hardest worker in the room. Always posting videos on his social media of him in the weight room, sending me videos through text of him getting 5 a.m. workouts in. So again, really excited to have Charleston. Another guy that we're bringing in, Thomas Klein right here, tight end. He'll be very versatile for us. Going to ask him to do a lot at the position. Smart guy, has a lot of football experience, so he'll be able to run the true tight end position, be it put his hand in the dirt or even line him up in the H-back sniffer position. Can get him out on routes, catch the football a little bit. He's a powerlifting type of guy as well, so he don't mind getting dirty and mixing it up at the line of scrimmage as well. So we'll get him blocking some guys and be able to pop up open some runs for Charleston French for us right there. Yeah, also local kid as well. So two local guys that I'm really excited to get. I think they're going to come in and again be day one impacts, and that's what I'm going to ask for them. You know, kind of how Coach Luke was saying, we're going to be young, but you know, young youth don't scare me. It just means you got to grow up a little quicker. And the best way to grow up is by playing. So. Other running back we're bringing in was really an athlete in high school. Going to transition to more a true running back role is Jamarcus Shines out of Shannon High School. Again, what I'm excited about him is he actually played quote-unquote quarterback in high school. So really, he was just the best player out there. That said, hey, let's snap it to him and kind of let him do what he wants to do with it. So again, he's going to be able to be a smart guy in the backfield alongside you know, our quarterback, which is, you know, again going to be valuable from running back because we're going to get him out of that backfield, get him the ball on some screens, catch the football, as well as run the ball. So again, I think he's going to do good stuff for us as well. Jamarcus Shines. Those are the guys we have coming in at the quarterback, running back spot. I'll invite Coach Kimberlin to talk about some of the wideouts we got.
We'll talk about the wide receivers that we got coming in. So, like Coach Lucas was saying, there's multiple guys that are versatile athletes. You know what I'm saying? Where they play the defensive side very well, but they also play the offensive side very well. So wherever they fit best is, like Coach Luke said, is where they're going to end up. But they're great athletes for us. But in the receiver room, I know one from Itawamba High School, Zion Ashby, multi-sport athlete, Bernard Blackwell guy, very, very fast, guy with some speed, and using his versatility in the run game, but also in the pass game is very, very useful for us. I know he's a very strong athlete with powerlifting. I know there could be some records set with him in there, and if you see him, he might not look the part, but he is a guy that is a ball player and loves the game of football and a very mature athlete for an 18-year-old. That's something that is going to benefit him at the next level because of how mature he is with his work and his academics. Another guy that's coming in is Ethan Miner from DeSoto Central High School. He's about 6'2", 6'3", 185, 190. He's a taller body athlete. Plays basketball as well, so one of those guys that is a versatile athlete, whether it's catching a ball deep, jumping up, making plays, but also a very mature athlete as well. And that's one thing that we had honed in on for these athletes is making the guys, or recruiting guys that are mature to come in and handle the work that we ask them to do. So he's going to be one that comes in and it makes an immediate impact with the guys that we have returning. The next guy for our group is Jermaine Strong. Now, he is a versatile athlete, multi-sport athlete, played a little bit of quarterback, a little bit of DB, a little bit of receiver, but a guy that has the athletic ability to take it to the next level for this program. Whether it's the ball in his hands or making a play down the field, he's one of those guys. A very smart athlete as well. Understands the game of football and wants to learn the game of football. And I'm very excited about those three guys. But like you said, returning guys, I've got three guys returning that are very important to us. I know Zay Davis from Biggersville, he'll be returning. A guy last year that made a lot of plays for us. Azarius Smith, originally from Georgia, he'll be returning. Big time athlete, long athlete with a lot of athletic ability. And then Keyshawn Sessom, another Olive Branch guy. A very, very versatile athlete, whether it's in the pass game or in the run game, like these guys that we're recruiting. But those three will be returning to bring along those young guys and to bridge that gap, like Coach was saying, from the high school athletics to the college. The transition, make that a lot easier. But we're excited about those. I know personally I'm excited about getting the opportunity to coach those guys. I'll take Coach Hill for the offensive line.
Good morning again. I want to talk about Button Lakes from Houston High School. He's a young guy who play a lot of inside for his guards, both guards, centers. I like his aggressiveness. He seems to be a smart kid as well. I haven't spoken to him that much, but our conversations have been very good when we do have them. And Terry Claiborne from Starkville High School, coach's hometown. I've met him. He'll play guard, center guard. Very, very aggressive, very smart. He can coach very well. Has great technique as well. I'm very excited for him because I think he'll be able to bring leadership, even though he's a young guy. Oh, Andrew Morgan. He's from Itawamba High School. Yes, he's a natural center. I'm excited about him as well. I hope he can help us early because we don't really have a center right now. But yeah.
Let's talk about DBs coming back. You got Justin Davis, out-of-state guy. Alabama definitely great player, great athlete. Definitely is going to help out in the back end, including some of those young guys like Zach Pratt from Tupelo, Xavier Dilworth from Nettleton. Just really getting those guys ready for, the mental and the physical attributes that they're going to need to succeed on the field and off the field. Another young man, like I said, E.J. Wally, he actually had to leave this morning, had some family issues, but definitely a great, smart guy. Can definitely get some things done from Oxford. Like I said, good ball, good pedigree of football that they actually played against, and as well as being here competing last year, starting all 9 games. It's just going to be a great sight to see guys come out, but also as a whole on special teams, we got Dylan Thompson. He's a kicker punter from Amory, guy that can do it all, field goals, punt, and kickoff. He'd definitely be a great addition for us. Just really, as far as that special team, we also got a transfer in, Frank Serio, came in from Mississippi Delta, a guy that definitely came to work, had a great year last year, but now with being here definitely can bring some added field position for us in the special teams game. So all those guys are going to contribute. We'd love to see you guys come out, whether it's practice, the spring game that we're going to have, anything that we can get you guys a part of, we'd love to have you.
Thank the coaches for coming, talking about each one of the signees. And again, guys, we want to thank y'all for helping us celebrate this day. And we want to tell y'all, welcome to the new ICC. Let's get ready to have some fun and win some ball games. Thank y'all.
Good luck, Coach.
National Signing Day, you got opportunity to sign some big name players in the area. Just talk about completing signing day and how things go.
Oh, it's been a great day. All the guys that that told us that they was committed to us, they have signed, and we have a big group from our district. We beat a lot of big programs on these guys. So some of the guys from Aberdeen, Jay Walker, he could have went anywhere in the state. He decided to stay at home and help with the change. On top of that, on the offensive side of the ball, Thomas Klein, he's another one that could have went anywhere he wanted to go. Played in the All-Star game, but he decided to stay at home and, help us change this vision that we have. So it's been a great day for us.
Coach, you mentioned vision. You did an incredible job turning around Oklahoma. What kind of do you bring as far as changing the program and your vision here at Itawamba?
The vision is start a foundation, and the foundation is starting today. By getting these 30 guys to sign with us, they're building the foundation for us. So now we got to take the guys that are already here, and they got to add on to this foundation and keep getting better each time we go out there, whether it's in the classroom, on the football field, anything we do, we got to get better at it.
Brought to you by Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. Learn more at renaissancebank.com.